Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Heroes Global Circuit. We are in the Philippines finals. I think we're having some tech issues right now. There you go. So now you can see me. I'm in the Nexus. Thank you for waking up this bright and early. It's about 10 a.m. here in Singapore. So forgive my voice. It hasn't really woken up yet. But yeah, today we will be covering the Philippines finals where four teams will be battling it down for the ultimate two to be qualifying and representing Philippines in the C regionals next week. The draft has actually already been done, so the Philippines seems to be, on point today in terms of their finals this year, this circuit. Last circuit they were a bit delayed, but yep, the drafting has actually already been done. So this first game is going to be Renovatio versus Skyline. The interesting thing is that actually is three Renovatio teams. They're just going by different tags at the back there. So I'm just going to be calling them different, like according to the tag names to make it easier to identify. So in this matchup, we're gonna have Renovatio against Skyline. Skyline, who actually isn't one of those Renovatio teams. But yeah, so Renovatio is the main team here. They ban out the Greymane along with the Faustat and went with the pickups of Kiltas, Amuradin, Sonia, Lieutenant Morales, and Sylvanas. That is something really interesting for me is Lieutenant Morales. That's something we have not seen at all in any of the other regionals, even through the qualifiers up to the finals. The draft page. Okay, there you go. Yep. So it's interesting to see because Rega, I mean, like, there's a lot of heroes that wasn't banned out, like Rega wasn't banned out, which was picked up by Skyline, of course. But heroes like Tiranda wasn't banned out, and they actually went with Lieutenant Morales instead. So that's something really, really interesting for me, and I'm excited to see it already and see how Renovatio can actually use it because a little bird told me that Renovatio has been training with the Koreans on, basically lag servers. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they can do on no lag servers, which is really interesting. Over on Skyline though, we will have Tychus, Troll, Rega, ETC, and Tasada being picked up. I think it's a little bit more of a solid lineup aside from the Tychus. So Filipinos like to play these slightly more different lineups. I'm curious why they did not pick a Leeming instead. I think that would have finished off their lineup a little bit better. But looking at the lineup, they don't really have a strong DPS aside from the Tychus, which is interesting. The map is going to be Dragonshire as well. They do have the ETC and the Troll up ahead. But yeah, anyway, the game is, I think, just about started as we are going into it. As mentioned, they were a bit ahead in terms while we we're doing some production in the background. So the game has started. Hopefully we'll be able to get into it. There you go. So over on the red side, we will have Team Skyline as we get a pause. So just as we get into the game and they are, on time and stuff, I guess just some lag issues is gonna come and plague the Philippines anyway. But yeah, so looking at the lineup here, it is going to be Makishi on Troll, the Penguin on ETC, Panda Bruiser on Rega, Extreme on Tasada, and Wipeout on Tychus. So apparently they're having some issues reconnecting as well. We keep seeing them leave the game, so they got our hopes up, man. They got our hopes up. They seem to be on point in terms of timing, ready with all that, and then boom! Cyber Cafe issues yet again. For those of you who are wondering what I'm talking about, in the previous circuit, there was almost a 6-hour delay, if I wasn't mistaken, due to some issues at the LAN cafe where they had to actually relocate the entire tournament to another LAN cafe, fetching all the young ones over and whatnot. So that led to a 6-hour delay last circuit, which was pretty crazy. This time around, hopefully we won't have the same issues. And the last circuit as well, there were 8 teams in the finals, which was a pretty long qualifier. This time around, it is only going to be 4 teams, 3 of the Renovatio teams. I believe it's the main team Renovatio, followed by Cops Camping, the Resistance, I think. The Resistance, right? The Resistance as well as Skyline. So these 4 teams will be battling it out in a double elimination format. I believe similar to the Malaysian finals format. Where we will narrow it down to the final 2 teams to represent Philippines in the C regionals happening next week. So I'm definitely looking forward to Renovatio playing here. I didn't really get to see them last qualifier, last circuit, where they actually beat out Resurgence in the C regionals. So Definitely looking forward to them. Over on the Renovatio team, we will have Jumpy Lion on Sonya, HYS Koa, his Koa, I guess, on Kael'thas, Stronger on Lieutenant Morales, Haha on Muradin, and VYY on that Sylvanas. So we didn't really have much time to talk about the draft, so I'm just going to continue talking about the draft a little bit. So the Tigers for me on Team Skyline is a little bit weird because it is the solo DPS aside from Troll, who is more of a bruiser than a solid DPS. And I think Tigers wouldn't have. I think a Li Ming would have provided a lot more DPS for the team instead of a Tigers, which is interesting because they did go for a double support. And Tasada isn't one of those supports that can go high DPS kind of support, and Rhaegar is of course a really strong primary support in terms of healing. So it's going to be interesting to see how they build this out and how they play throughout the clashes. They don't really have anyone to go in the back lines and take down Lieutenant Morales quickly as well. So I'm expecting Renovatio to have a slightly easier time. Morales in the back to provide the strong heals for both Sonya and Muradin up front. They do have the Sylvanas for the push as well as quite a bit of clash damage and Kael'thas as well to bring in the AoE damage. So it's going to be interesting to see how they play this out. It does look like the red side, Skyline, they just are going to make their way towards the top lane to set something up there. Do they want to flank them, or are they just going to go straight for the tower? It does look like they're just waiting around in that area. Bottom lane though, we will see Sylvanas along with the Kael'thas and Morales head towards that bottom lane to just get those towers. Red team is going to do the exact same thing. Jumpy Lion though, he is going to be there. Oracle is going to be used to scout him out a little bit. So he's going to try and stop this push a little bit. Goes in, tries to do a bit of damage onto ETC, who is dropping rather low after tanking that tower damage. Bottom lane though, they will be able to clear out the creep wave and get down those two early towers, which will help them boost their EXP up. Look at it, already level 2 as Troll will make his way towards that bottom. First set of shrines are about to be activated though. So red team will be able to get down to just the Soul 1 tower at the top lane. As you see the grenade being thrown out there onto Jumpy Lion, trying to maybe set something up. Unfortunately for him, will not be able to do so. Middle lane, we're going to see the two tanks going up against each other, ETC and Muradin. It's going to be a pretty even fight. They both have pretty good sustain. Top lane though, the tower is out of ammo, so they're just going to be able to auto attack it down. But here comes Sonya, hooks himself in, spins around, doing quite a bit of damage there. Psionic Storm though going to be thrown out, and he himself takes quite a bit of damage. So he's going to have to heal himself up for now, while Tasanda focuses on getting the tower. So he will be able to do so along with the shrine. Bottom lane, we do see a skirmish happening right now. Look at Lieutenant Morales healing up the Kael'thas. That's not what you want to do and go for. Here comes Kael'thas from the side. Sorry, Sylvanas was the one that was getting healed up there, as his Goa taking quite a bit of damage. Gonna get rooted here as they turn and set their sights onto that Troll, who is running away. Of course, Muradin with the Stormbolt will land and ultimately get their first kill and the first blood in favor of Renovatio. So that's the problem when you're facing up against a Lieutenant Morales. He's just constantly going to be healing them up, and there's nothing at all that you can do about it. And top lane, they are actually going to get the shrine. Bottom, the red side is going to be able to control it, but it does look like VYY will be able to get himself that shrine as well. Top lane, we do see Tigers going up against the Sonya. Tigers just shooting him down. Middle lane, Muradin getting stopped here by the Psionic Storm of Tasada. So that's going to help him out a little bit and delay the blue team from actually picking up this dragon. Top lane, we will see Tigers actually beating out Sonya in the battle for the Shire, but here comes Muradin Stormbolt in onto Tigers, and Tigers is probably not going to survive this, and yes, down he goes. So delaying this, but he will pay for it with his life as Muradin heads towards the top and gets the kill. Bottom lane though, we will see Makishi on the Troll just coming in the nick of time to prevent Kael'thas from actually getting that dragon. So that's going to further delay this dragon here in this game. But right now, a full level advantage already achieved here by Renovatio. So Skyline, they need to start stepping it up a little bit and maybe get off a few kills. Now the blue team though, Renovatio will be able to get the Dragon Shire. I don't think Rhaegar is going to allow him to get it, but here comes Sonya as well. ETC in the side, going to use the face melt to try and push them away, but Rhaegar taking quite a bit of damage. He's going to wolf form and get himself away, and just in the nick of time for Tychus to control the top Dragon Shire. So it's basically going back and forth right now. And Troll is at that bottom lane trying to maybe set something up. He does notice that Kael'thas is making his way towards that bottom. He does not want to risk it with the threat of Muradin there as well. So he's going to just back off, use the Chain Lightning, try and push out that lane a little bit. But both teams just doing a good job in controlling the Dragon Shires for now. Blue side though, they are going to get their level 7 talents though now. Jumpy Lion though now getting the top Sunshine. Here comes the Oracle though, gonna spot Jumpy Lion out, and the rest of the team, ETC, is gonna be there. Power Slide in, no face melt just yet. Tyker's doing quite a bit of damage, but Jumpy Lion quite tanky there. Tyker's going in, missing the grenade at the end of it all. And a 3-man gank just unfortunately not gonna be able to take down that Sonya at the top lane. That is really unfortunate for them. They could have used the kill to try and boost their EXP a little bit. Morales hits towards the top. That medic will be able to heal him right back up. And Morales doing a really good job in terms of those healing as well. Just keeping his team alive. ETC and Muradin having a go at each other, just trying to do as much damage to each other. But, you know, it's just going to be a skirmish between the two tanks, of course. Tasada coming in using the shield to prevent the living bomb damage early on. Haha, he is going to go in with the Penguin, is going to go in with the power slide in onto the Kael'thas. But look at Morales though, he's healing up the Kael'thas. Nothing can be done and no damage can be dealt as well. Rhaegar, you're running the wrong way. Tasada going to use the shield onto Panda Bruiser, but he's trying to get away as quickly as possible. Both shrines now going to be collected. And the blue team are basically trying to get themselves in position. And it does look like Kael'thas this time around will be able to get it. No, just in the nick of time, Troll will be able to cancel it out. Psionic Storm going to be used as well to cancel. As top lane, we still see Rhaegar going up against the blue side. And I don't think they're going to be able to delay this any longer. Finally, Team Renovatio will be able to get themselves the first dragon 5 minutes into this game. That lasted pretty long, and a really good job done by both teams to control it and to delay it as long as they can. It is now 6 minutes into the game, 2 levels ahead. They do have their heroic talents up and available on Renovatio as they knock down the middle lane of Fort. It does look like they should be able to get this pretty easily. Bottom lane is of course going to fall as well. Earlier on here we see Muradin going to run into Makishi on the Troll. And this is just going to further extend the lead that Renovatio already has. It looks like they have a strong chokehold on this game so far. They are going to get it up on this middle lane. Sonya taking a bit of damage, but they do have that medic there. Lieutenant Morales is on point to keep him healed up. Look at that. They just aren't able to deal with the amount of healing that Morales is doing. And they don't have anyone to go into the backline to take down the Morales. And this is what I was talking about earlier on. Picking up the Tychus and not a hero, burst hero like Li Ming definitely is going to hinder them a little bit in terms of getting into the backlines and taking out the medic for sure. For this game, actually, I would have liked to see a Tracer being picked up by Team Skyline for sure, because nobody on Team Renovatio could actually taking down really quickly aside from the Kael'thas. So as long as he avoids the Kael'thas, the Tracer can definitely just go in the backlines, just blink up front and take down the medic as quickly as he can, and then just you know, rewind himself back into safety. So I think Tracer would have been a pretty good hero here on this map to round up, instead of going for the double support in Tasada and Rhaegar. Might have gone for a Tracer and Li Ming. That would have maybe been a slightly better lineup here. Oracle going to be used to scout out the Muradin, who is waiting in the back lines, just trying to clear off these siege camps. But here comes Makishi though, with the root going to connect. Force Wall going to be used, but he will be able to dwarf toss away. So a bit of a preemptive Doctor. Ooh, but he doesn't get the mosh pit. Instead goes with the stage dive. Jumps in onto Haha, but he will be able to use the avatar to keep himself alive for now. Force Wall going to be used to try to lock Jumpy Lion in. But Medic is there to keep him alive, but Panda Bruiser, he has second thoughts. He goes straight for that Panda Bruiser, trying to zone him out a bit, and Sonya is in a really dangerous position, but he's pretty tanky here. The rest of the blue side is coming. Here comes Kael'thas with the Tornado, going to connect in onto 2, along with the Living Bomb and the Flame Strike. Just takes out the Tasada, the ETC, and the Troll as they were caught in that choke point there. Really unfortunate for that. They did not see at all that the Kael'thas was on his way. There you go again, Tornado going to connect onto that Tychus, and he's not going to survive that. Down goes the Tychus along with the Rhaegar, and a full 5-man team wipe. Wow, Renovatio further pulling forward their team, their lead here in this game right now. So Renovatio again proving to be really, really strong. I think we do have a replay available. Let's take a look at what went wrong there for Team Skyline. As you can see, Kiltas just came in at the right time, and that living bomb bringing them down so low, and then the chain bomb just, you know, spreading around. He gets taken down just like that, and, you know, Tasada, Troll, and both the ETC just drops in quick succession. They chase them down. Tigers gets caught up by the tornado yet again, and finally Living Bomb is going to bring him down, and then Rhaegar falls as well. So a full 5-man team will give them a 3-level advantage right now, in 2-level advantage actually, in favor of Renovatio, as they will be able to pick up both the Sun and Moon Shrines and try to get themselves the dragon, and they will be able to do so as Makishi will not have the root up in hand to stop this, and this could be a big trouble for them. Panda Bruiser taking quite a bit of damage, being kept alive with his own chain heals along with the shields, but he's running the wrong way and he gets taken down. It is going to be Rhaegar down here for Team Skyline as Renovatio knocks in on the middle lane along with the dragon. They could easily end this game right here, right now, taking on the core. And if they are able to pick off a few more heroes, they will definitely actually be able to go for the core. I disagree with the ETC going for the stage dive here, because if you take a look at the blue side, there really isn't anyone that can cancel it out aside from the Muradin and Kiltas, and all you have to do is just get those two into the mosh pit and you should be able to get that out. I don't think the stage dive was going to be able to do much here. It does look like Renovatio just wants to end this right now. 3 levels ahead, I don't think that they can stop it. Look at Sonia is just focusing down on the core, while the rest of the blue team is just trying to waste their time a little bit. Not too sure that he will be able to get it. Ooh, really close. And finally Sonia will be able to finish it off. So really well played there to Renovatio, ending this game 10 minutes in, just 2 dragons. And GG already. So just a chain of events that led to Skyline just not being able to control the game a little bit. Early on, we did see that they did make a couple of mistakes. They couldn't deal with the medic earlier on, and with the lineup that they had, they didn't really have too much DPS. If you take a look at the statistics here, hero damage on Tigers only 23k damage. That's their top one. And Tasada actually the person doing the most siege damage, 36,000 versus Sylvanas on 100,000. That's the difference here, because they just couldn't get into the backlines to take out the medic who was just constantly healing. Look at the amount of healing that he was doing. He was doing 29,000 healing. He basically solo healed compared to both Rhaegar and Tasada combined, who had 30k in healing in their roles. So that's the problem when you can't shut down a medic for sure. So really well played there by Renovatio. They knew exactly what was going on, but I think it's more of a draft issue there for Skyline, and unfortunate for them, they weren't able to deal with the medic just constantly healing up the Sonya. So, of course, if you're just tuning in, this is the Heroes Global Summer Circuit. This is the Philippines Finals happening right now. It is a LAN tournament, I believe, happening in the Philippines. This is only game number 1 between Renovatio and Skyline. It is going to be a best of 3 series, because I believe this is the winner's bracket. It is going to be a double elimination format, so 4 teams will be battling it out until we narrow it down to the top 2 final teams to represent Philippines. Will Renovatio be able to come out on top yet again, or will one of their second or third teams be able to overthrow them? That is the question. Make sure you guys stay tuned, because we will be bringing you the broadcast throughout the entire day here. This was Arctic Shadow, and we'll be right back as we go for a short break preparing for the next game, guys. Gonna have to back off. Here comes Jumpy Lion spinning around, dishing out quite a bit of damage. Everyone dropping really low, but finally they are gonna be able to take out the Uther. Penguin dropping really low himself. He's not gonna have the Dwarf Thought available, and he's gonna back off there. Makishi caught in no man's land as he gets taken down himself. So Faust